My name is Melissa Gonzalez, and I'm the Executive Vice President of the Americas for Medela. At Medela, we exist to advance health and well-being through innovative breast milk feeding solutions. And so we empower moms with everything from breast pumps to all the supplies she needs to really complement her journey. Unlike many organizations, we are 56% woman, and so there's such a correlation between what we do and what we believe in our culture at Medela. One of the ways that Medela is supporting mothers in the workplace and setting the example is New Moms Healthy Returns. And that program provides a single source turnkey approach for employers to provide what moms need to come back to the workplace and successfully feel like they can meet both their professional and personal goals. We all know supporting females in breastfeeding as they come back to work is important, and I think we all have a role to play. I'm not going to be happy until we use this movement to create change, and we create change for working moms that empowers them and helps them not to have to choose.
Today, we want to explore with you the idea of the exquisite inconvenience of motherhood. The fact is, while only 2% of women plan to leave the workforce to focus on family, 43% of new moms actually leave the workforce within 3 months of childbirth. To solve for the loss of this invaluable talent, these innovative companies came together to establish the New Moms Healthy Returns Coalition. The goal is to eliminate many of the exquisite inconveniences of working motherhood. New Moms Healthy Returns is not only a breastfeeding support program, but a movement aimed at transforming the breastfeeding experience for working women. First, by helping employers understand the value of investing in making families' priorities their priority. Next, by influencing work cultures to celebrate new moms and offer support and encouragement to them. And finally, by creating the space to talk about breastfeeding and taking the guesswork out of when and how to provide support to pumping employees. In this session, leaders from the New Moms Healthy Returns Coalition, Medela, Mamava, and Stork, along with design and innovation partner IA Collaborative, will share with you their own experiences returning to work after having a baby. They will share their passion for the work they do and explain why there's no better time than right now for employers to transform how they support moms, their babies, and their families.
Hi, I'm Dana, and I'm joining you from Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I live and work for Medela, building solutions for employers.
Hi, I'm Kate Torgersen. I'm the founder and CEO of Stork. We're the first breast milk shipping company, and I am joining you from my living room in Lafayette, California.
I'm Diane, Business Strategy Director at design and innovation firm IA Collaborative, joining you from Chicago.
Hi, I'm Sascha. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Mamava, the category creator of the first lactation suite, and I'm joining you from my home office in Burlington, Vermont. When I first heard this idea of motherhood as exquisitely inconvenient, it really resonated for me. As a new mom, I worked for a design studio. I loved my job. I was often having to travel to great places and meet with clients. But when I had my kids and I wanted to continue breastfeeding, I realized how the world really wasn't designed for moms, designed specifically for breastfeeding moms. And I really thought exquisitely inconvenient is the best description for this.
The New Moms Healthy Returns Coalition is creating a future in which employers understand the value of investing in making families' priorities their priority. Avoiding the hassle of engaging multiple benefit vendors, employers can work with one trusted source to create a bundle of benefits supporting new moms and helping them stay in the workforce.
It was incredible to me that this fundamental life-sustaining function was going unsupported for in the modern context where women have to be often away from their babies. And I found myself pumping in bathrooms, away in closets at a client's group meeting. Once I even had to use my breast pump in the back seat of my male client's car as we returned from a meeting. Luckily, he was the father of 3 breastfed babies.
You know, no doubt motherhood is hard, but I've also found it to be completely empowering. As tough as things get, I seem to find a way to think on the fly and figure stuff out. And nowhere was that more apparent to me than when I was pumping on the go. With my twins, I was producing about a half gallon of breast milk every day, which meant that every 3 hours I was basically deactivating this breast milk time bomb that was about to go off. And that would mean that I would have to leave whatever agenda was in play and go on a quest to find an outlet and some semblance of privacy, which typically meant that I was pumping in a bathroom, but sometimes it meant that I was just squatting in a corner for 20 minutes to get the job done. I created Stork because I want women to feel supported in their breastfeeding journey. I want them to feel like breastfeeding is a superpower, and I want them to be able to pursue the things that they care about, not just motherhood, but whatever ambition they have and wherever that takes them.
New Moms Healthy Returns is influencing work cultures to celebrate new moms and offer support and encouragement to them. That first year is such a hard year, so removing the obstacles for women in choosing to breastfeed for as long as they want opens a future at work where having a baby is celebrated and not feared.
In the first few months of becoming a mom, and after getting injured in childbirth, I found myself having to learn how to walk again while caring for a newborn, and it shook my confidence. Where before Una, work and life had blurred because I did what I loved and loved what I did. But now it was different. I needed more support, but I kept quiet. In hearing others' stories, I recognize how universally important it is to support returning moms to the workplace.
When my son Jamie was born almost 3 years ago, like many mothers say, it was the most wonderful thing that had ever happened to me. But it also tilted my world really dramatically because I suddenly had this new priority in my life. I really struggled, and I still struggle with the feeling of guilt that comes from spending time away from my child, investing in this whole separate part of myself. I have to remind myself that my son benefits from my ability to be successful in my job. These feelings really fuel my goal and hope of creating a world that has support systems in place for all new moms so that they can decide for themselves what success looks like and what their priorities are without having it decided for them.
New Moms Healthy Returns is creating the space to talk about breastfeeding and taking the guesswork out of when and how to provide support to pumping employees. We're removing the taboo around talking about breastfeeding, and we're providing solutions for employers that make supporting breastfeeding moms not a perk or a benefit, but an absolute imperative.
Medela started exploring the concept of bringing a solution to employers a couple of years ago because we were hearing in our research on breastfeeding moms that the return to work transition was a really huge struggle point for them, and that a lot of these women were telling us they weren't able to achieve their breastfeeding goals. Medela really felt it was our responsibility to step up and bring a solution to the market. And we're really excited when we came across Mamava and Stork because we knew with them we could create something really amazing. These were 2 mom-founded startup businesses that had gotten into the market and delivered on their promises. Moms loved them, businesses loved them, and so we were really excited to combine our brands, our missions, and our different expertise together to bring a really comprehensive solution that would help employers truly support new moms when they came back to work and not just pay lip service to it.
Over the years, I've found that employers really do want to do the right thing and support their breastfeeding employees. They understand the health benefits for mom and child and the broader societal benefits. Many of Mamava's best advocates and customers have been men, fathers and grandfathers, friends and brothers of breastfeeding moms. They understand that breastfeeding isn't a women's issue. It's about equity and inclusivity.
When the opportunity to work with new moms' healthy returns arose, we saw this as not only an opportunity to leverage our strategic methods that we bring to our clients across industries, from finance to healthcare, as they uncover new business opportunities, but to also work on something so personally relatable and meaningful. And around the same time, we were creating an offering called Design for Women, centered around illuminating the topics and situations acutely experienced by women but underaddressed by design. So this felt like a natural fit. We applied our design thinking skills to the challenge new moms face as they return to work, and the fear they often feel that their family's priorities are at odds with their employer's priorities. Bringing together these influential organizations, we celebrated Medela, Mamava, and Stork's unique goals and strengths as they came together to support employers and moms in choosing to breastfeed for as long as they want.
It's been so heartening to see how many employers want to support breastfeeding women and their families. With New Moms Healthy Returns, Medela is building on that legacy and really continuing to bring innovation forward with companies like Stork and Mamava. I think what's really exciting about New Moms Healthy Returns is that we're not only collaborating to create solutions for women at work, but this collaboration is really raising awareness about breastfeeding and normalizing breastfeeding for pumping moms everywhere.
The COVID pandemic has literally put on display the challenges moms face in being both a parent and a professional. And the fight for justice and equity has created awareness of the multitude of ways our society has been structured to marginalize certain groups, including new moms. Both of these phenomena have created an extraordinary opportunity for transforming how employers support moms.
Parenting is an astronomical job on the weekends, let alone full-time, day in and day out. And you add on top of that the demands of a full-time job that was enough work to keep me busy all day long without stepping away to take care of a toddler. And I have never felt more supported by my company and my coworkers. We're all living through it, and it really feels like we're in this together, seeing each other's real life, hearing those little voices calling mommy from off the screen on a video call. And we have no problem smiling at each other, assuring each other we can wait a few minutes, because we can. We've all been there.
Like most working families, 2020 has turned our family's life completely upside down. Every day is uncharted territory, whether we are teaching our twins kindergarten or teaching our third grader, or somehow navigating what seems to be a constantly conflicting meeting schedule between my husband and I. As crazy and as difficult as things have been, though, I have to say, having the opportunity to see my kids every day, to be able to teach my kids, it's been a rare gift for a working parent. It's something I'm incredibly grateful for. It's also been a really welcome relief to interact with coworkers and colleagues on this very deeply human level. I really feel that we've come together as a community. We're going through this together and we're rallying together to go through a difficult time. So those are really the silver linings of the experience. At the same time, this year has brought forward some really undeniable difficult truths. They are in the frame and they are in sharp focus, whether we're talking about the challenges of working parenthood, or we're looking at our broken healthcare system, or of course, centuries of systemic racism. But with all this disruption, there is this incredible opportunity for us to imagine and build a future that's based on systemic empathy, systemic compassion, and systemic equality. I mean, that is my hope and dream for what's on the other side of this. That's my North Star that I'm working towards.
Our vision for the future of motherhood in the workplace includes a shared understanding of the needs of new moms. It's logistically and emotionally supportive of new moms. It's designed for and celebrates new moms. In other words, it looks nothing like today.
Way too often, moms who are breastfeeding or pumping feel like they are navigating this endless series of logistics for the first time. Like, really, my 28 ounces of breast milk are the first bottles of breast milk to ever go through TSA, and really, this enormous conference has never had someone ask for a pumping location before. No mom should feel like she's doing this on her own and trailblazing all by herself. And motherhood shouldn't feel like this demoralizing, degrading, uphill slog. When I think about the future of motherhood, I think of a trail that's already cut, that has signs that are helpful and tell moms where to go, that has aid stations and a cheering section, and her choices are respected. And when she gets to that finish line of her breastfeeding journey, wherever she decides that finish line is, she feels empowered and strong and confident and accomplished. And the community recognizes her for it.
If you're a mom, don't be afraid to speak up and advocate for what you need. Rally others to your cause and trust in the power of your voices. Remember that every victory you win for yourself also paves the way for those coming after you. And not just breastfeeding moms. This is an inclusivity issue. You are creating the channels that will allow others to advocate for their needs in the workplace as well. This visibility into each other's personal lives that the pandemic has created is a gift that can fuel powerful awareness and change. For all the leaders and influencers listening to this right now, please take this opportunity to ensure your company is investing in your talent by creating space and support systems that ensure that new parents don't feel that their career and their family are working against each other. It shouldn't be an either-or scenario, but a harmony that can bring out the best in women.
So, what do we gain if we invest in moms? We get better outcomes for babies and families, which means better outcomes for society. Employers who invest in moms earn a reputation for supporting women in general, and they gain engaged and committed employees. And employees who are moms are some of the best employees a company could ask for.
Moms are a goldmine of purpose-driven ambition and prodigious skills. Moms are the original Scrum Masters. We thrive in the white space. We're empathetic problem solvers and keen strategists. We are unrelenting in the things that we care about, and we dig deep. We are agile, efficient hackers. No one knows the value of a minute more than we do. We are cunning negotiators and facile networkers. We hold ourselves accountable to a future far beyond our own, so we play a pretty killer long game. If there was ever a time to clear the path for moms, to enable our accomplishments, to harness our emotional grit, and to tap into our leadership, it's 2020. And frankly, there's no time to waste.
Visit newmomshealthyreturns.com to learn more about supporting new moms returning to work. And visit iacollaborative.com/women to learn more about designing for women for the benefit of all.